In your school zone coverage tonight, Illinois education officials are considering lowering the scores students need to be considered proficient in a subject on state standardized tests. Jenna Webster explains how one superintendent says it will impact schools.
This month, the Illinois State Board of Education agreed to move forward with a process to change the state's testing system. But the details of how that will look is still being worked out.
Try to draw lines A, B, and C.
Sherrard Middle School students have one thing on their mind: summer.
It looks like we have a negative correlation of our data points.
Definitely not state testing. That's long done for the year.
And that's what we were going to talk about.
But it is what the Illinois State Board of Education is thinking about.
When you have so many different methods of testing and so many different standards, you're not comparing apples to apples.
Carl Johnson is the Sherrard superintendent. He's talking about work happening this summer as state education officials want to set a unified achievement level across all state assessments. Part of that means lowering and creating new cut scores, or the lowest score needed for a student to be considered proficient.
That's the problem we're trying to address.
Tony Sanders is the Illinois state superintendent. The state's current benchmarks rank within the fourth highest in the nation. At the high school level, he says it's exceeding national norms for college readiness.
You would get a report as a student saying you didn't meet Illinois' benchmarks, but you did on the College Board. We don't want to send the signal that a student's not college ready if they're on track to go to college.
I feel it's just an unfair measurement, and it's a small snapshot of what someone is capable of.
Johnson says educators support the change because it's more realistic, but too much weight on a state test isn't accurate to show a student's growth or a teacher's performance either. The tests don't provide enough information for teachers about where students might need extra help.
This isn't something that can be reduced just to numbers and columns.
If the State Board of Education approves the cuts in August, it'll be applied to the tests taken by students this spring and publicly reported in October. In Sherrard, Jenna Webster, WQAD News 8.
While the change could mean more students reach proficient levels, the state's academic standards, or what students are expected to learn, would not change.